All right. I think we're going live here. We wanted to talk mining today. I got Scott Jolkover. I met you a few years ago up in Virginia City, which is actually a really cool mining town. Um, for anybody who hasn't been up there and seen Virginia City, you got to drop by. Scott, can you tell me a little bit about what you were involved with up there? Plus, maybe even a little bit about the town. Obviously, everybody's heard of the town, you know?
Sure. Virginia City is the home of the famous Comstock lode, which was the largest at the time discovery of primarily silver and gold on the Comstock in 1860s. And it really was the birthplace of mining in the West. It followed the California gold rush. They came up from California up to Virginia City and followed some placer down in Dayton, Nevada, up the hill to Virginia City and discovered the lode. And boy, it was a boom and tremendous innovation in underground mining.
What years was this for all that silver activity?
Primarily, and that's why Nevada is called the Silver State, primarily 1860 to the 1880s. And then subsequently, there were a lot of resurgence in that, and off and on a few surface mines. One that I was involved in 1989, and then subsequently again in 2004 through 2016.
Oh,
And
wow.
at Comstock, we ended up mining about 53,000 ounces of gold and around 800,000 ounces of silver. And it's still, I would still consider it a relatively underexplored district.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
But
and then I
you
had
know, the
I had the
city,
blessing and the fortune of meeting you and mom and dad and having breakfast up there, and then we played around a little where some of the old Dayton dredge works were.
what's that name of that mine that's got like the old mine shaft in the back of it where you go in and remember
The
in the
well,
bar that's got the
the Ponderosa.
oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, the Ponderosa Saloon has the underground tour inside it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. How far back does it go? Does it go very far deep into the
It's a couple hundred feet. It's far enough that when they turn the lights out, it's absolutely pitch black.
Oh, wow. No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, it's one of the better tours in Virginia City, other than the 1864 Joshua Hendy two-stamp mill that I have up there at the old
Yeah.
Arizona Comstock facility that's now called the Comstock Gold Mill.
So you're involved in a lot of mines, even in mines up out of Nome, but you're involved in another company out of Nevada. Like you're starting to see out of Tonopah, you're starting to see a lot of drilling. You're seeing a resurgence of mining out in that area too.
Yeah,
What are you involved in now?
yeah. So I'm the chief resource officer for American Battery Technology Company, and we're building a lithium-ion battery recycling plant in northern Nevada. But we have also discovered right now is the second largest inferred lithium claystone resource 5 miles west of Tonopah. And Tonopah is actually literally on fire now with companies. There's actually 8 mining companies that are converging, that are all working in the Tonopah area on Tonopah this next coming week with investor tours and letter writers and all that wonderful stuff. And it's gold, silver, copper, moly, and Nevada's new white gold, which is lithium.
So there's lithium is found in a lot of different ways in areas. Like when you say clay, is it like in a clay form? Is it like a white? What's it look like?
Usually it's gray. Yeah, gray, could be bluish, the clay. Um, yeah, it's different than you've got brine, which just comes out of wells in the ground where it's been concentrated, and the lithium is actually in the water solution. And that's over by Silver Peak. That's the only producing lithium mine in North America right now in the United States, Albemarle, up at Silver Peak, which is just the next basin over from Tonopah.
So you got Tesla out there. What is Tesla building out there? What do they have out there in Nevada?
Well, Tesla, just outside of Reno, has the Gigafactory 1, and they build both batteries in conjunction with Panasonic and drivetrains, and that is where they're producing the new Tesla semi-truck.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they just announced a major expansion, and when they're built out, their building here in Nevada will be bigger than the Pentagon.
Whoa. So they're really going for it right out there, huh?
Totally. Yeah, I think they have over 6,000 employees in that building now.
So from what I've heard on the way from you, when you leave Nome and you're heading out towards my mine, I pass Graphite One, which we know is a public company. But it is I think it'll be one of the only graphite mines in the United States. Is that true?
One of the first to come online, yes.
What do we need to actually keep up in this race with batteries and everything? Obviously, you need lithium, graphite,
and nickel.
Right? And nickel.
Yep.
Are we good in the nickel resources in the U.S.?
Well, we need. They're trying to use less and less of it in the batteries, but we need cobalt too.
Oh, right. So, don't we have cobalt in Nevada?
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. There's some up in Idaho, but nobody seems to want to step up to the plate to actually spend the capital it's going to take to, try to get something like that in production. And one of the biggest things in North America, period, Todd, is the permitting process is just way too long. Bill has made it through the House, and I think it might have passed through the Senate. They're trying to get it where you can get down to 2 years if it's only this thick instead of this thick of a permit. But the thing that's really troublesome, it's like North America wants to electrify everything, but yet people still don't want mines in their backyards. And the only way you're going to supply the lithium and the nickel and the graphite and possibly the cobalt is to mine. And nature put it where she put it. So you just have no choice if you want that kind of economy.
Well, almost everything we have is either mined or drilled. I mean, if you look at, literally, even when you take out a piece of gum and you take the gum out of the wrapper, just that little white powder that's around the gum is mined.
Well, and the wrapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, if you're not growing it to eat it, you're mining it to use it. Whether it's your laptop, what your cup's made out of, your phone, you go back to the dark ages without the minerals.
When did you get that sweet mullet going on there?
Quite frankly, and not ashamed to share it, a couple of years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I decided at that time to just start growing my hair. So got past all that, and everything's fine. But I've kept the mullet. If I showed you some pictures from the 60s where my hair was even longer, like down to here, I think it would probably shock you. But,
were you like in that hippie days or what?
Yes, I was.
You were.
Yes, I was. Yep.
What? Tell me about that. What did you travel? Did you do some concerts and stuff, or
not only did I do concerts, I ended up throwing some concerts. One, which was in Hammond, Indiana, in the Civic Center in the 70s. They actually banned concerts for 3 years after it. It was such a literally smashing success.
What happened, man? What didn't happen?
Well, we tried to put about 5,000 people in a 4,000 seat venue. And some people that were having trouble getting in got a little upset, and some windows got broke, and
Oh,
The
dude.
fire department had to hose some people down. It was
What kind of bands what'd you bring in? Who'd you bring in?
back then. It was actually a band called Mountain that was famous. Leslie West, Mississippi Queen,
Yeah.
and then Montrose, Ronnie Montrose, and JoJo Gunn, and they later became Foghat.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Man, I'm
But
so
I had some successes and some failures.
yeah.
Yeah.
We all have.
Oh yes.
But
Oh,
that not
yes.
a, my buddy was telling me one time he was he had booked the Beastie Boys before they got big, and
Mhm.
he was only 15 years old or 15 or 16, and he put on a concert and he took his money for college and he booked the Beastie Boys, and then they called him and said, "Hey, we got to buy." Yeah, he made $5,000 and put his college money back, and his parents didn't know anything about it, that he'd taken it out, booked
Yeah.
the Beastie Boys. The Beastie Boys called him and said, "Hey man, we blew up. We're too big. We're had to
What
pay him out of his contract." They didn't know he was 15 years old.
one of my failures was Donovan on his comeback tour. Milwaukee County Stadium, big venue, only 5,000 people showed up.
Oh wow. How many would it hold?
I can't remember back then. I want to say it was over 20,000.
Oh geez. Did
Yeah.
you lose some money on that one?
Oh yes. Yep. made it up in Hammond, but
Dude, that's funny. I didn't know any of that. So now here we are doing mining. What do you got going? Tell me about the battery stuff you're doing. Tell us about the mining. What are you involved in?
So
currently mining.
we've drilled 22 holes in Tonopah, 21 of them all bottomed. Holes as deep as 825 feet, all bottomed in claystone. So we have not found the bottom of the deposit. It's
Whoa.
open north, south, west, and below. So that was all our seed drilling, and our next program this summer, we're looking forward to doing core drilling.
Oh my gosh. So is everybody pretty excited? Everybody freaking out?
Yeah, real excited. Yeah, it's a big
Awesome.
deposit. It's a big deposit. You can go to our website and read the inferred resource report done by Respect.
What's your website?
Uh, what is our website? AmericanBatteryTechnology.com.
AmericanBatteryTechnology.com.
Yep.
Okay. What about gold mining?
As a matter of fact, I'll just add our CEO was one of the first employees of Elon Musk's at that gigafactory in Reno for building the batteries.
Oh wow. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And we
Wow.
have a grant from the Department of Energy to build a claystone refinery, first of its kind in Tonopah.
You guys don't need a small placer mine, do you, in the middle of Alaska, do you? Because we could roll
Not
right in nice
not
and easy.
not yet, but I really want you please text me a little map of the location because I want to see where it's at. I'm involved in that private mine up there, the old Lost River mine,
Mhm.
and the old Cougarock in the Cougarock district. So I would love to see where you're located
That's my district.
relative to that.
That's my district up there. I know.
Yeah, you're probably right up against the claims we have. I think we've got about 10,000 of them at Cougarock.
Probably on top of your claims, the way we do it. No, I'm just.
Well, hey, just send us our royalty.
Yeah.
We'd be happy.
Uh-huh.
We'd be happy.
So you're up there in Alaska. What else are you doing? I get your buddy's got a boat heading up.
Yeah. So my buddy spent 5 years building this 78-foot by 36-foot catamaran. It's got a double deck screen on it with about a 24-foot long triple sluice box, and he hopes to be up there in the water outside of Nome in July. So we'll see. But it floats. It's in the river now, in just outside of Sacramento, and it didn't sink. So that's a good sign.
Did it travel pretty good? Does he say
It hasn't traveled yet. No, it just got in the water and it's sitting there right now.
How was the freeboard on it and all that?
Oh, it's not much at all.
Oh,
Yeah, the water line on the catamaran's about 4 feet, 4.5 feet. Yeah,
so
as a matter of fact, the guy that put it in came from Homer. I don't know if you know Earl. I can't think of his last name, but he flew down with from Homer and had the airbags and everything. And I got some video. I'll shoot it to you on your phone.
oh wow. And they just kind of rolled it in there and away they went.
Unbelievable. It was just the perfect slope. They had a D7 using it with a cable, like as a dead weight, as a brake,
Yeah.
and pushed it in with just a little John Deere backhoe.
Oh,
This
gee.
this like 175,000 pound boat, just
Now, how long is it?
78 feet.
So he's just under that
That 80-foot number. Yeah.
that 80-foot
By
number.
design.
Yeah. You get underneath that, then you don't have all this Coast Guard stuff, I guess. But so
Yeah.
is he gonna dig right off the end of it? And
Yeah, right off the front end, it's got a landing deck, right? And a 1.5 yard clamshell bucket,
okay.
just drop, scoop, bring it back over, dump in a hopper, and then hopper slow feed the screen deck. Just all
Okay.
gravity, all basic, simple stuff.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I wish him luck. That sounds it sounds like it's gonna be at least a fun adventure, you
We
know.
we call it adventure capital.
That's what you gotta because his chances of making it are a little bit long, right?
Well,
So
I don't think the issue is there gold there? I think the issue is, can you bring it up consistently,
right.
day by day or a reasonable amount of days in the season?
Wow.
So,
Well, I do have some hard rock targets. I'd love to talk to you off camera about, but we're up there mining currently. We have obviously, I think, I don't know if you know, but our dozer motor blew up. We're up there stripping. The cool part is Tater and Dakota rebuilt the dozer motor underneath a tarp, which those,
I saw the video.
yeah,
Outstanding.
it's pretty
I'm
cool.
like totally impressed.
Yeah, they're awesome. And then now they're stripping again. And once we get going here, we're gonna uh, continue stripping and probably for another 5-6 weeks, and then probably really hit the sluicing hard. But yeah, so the ground up there, it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's a lot richer than anything we had up in the Yukon,
Mhm.
and I think it's got this 300-foot line like beach level back in the Great Flood, and then you have uh, a decomposed stringer veins that are going across the valley. We run into those. Even like you get down deep into the bedrock, 10 feet, and you'll see decomposed granite and so I think there was several things going on up there. Um, and so I don't know, but it's some of the gold's a little bit different than other gold. So we don't really know what happened in that area, but it does have better concentrations. We're
It,
sitting
it,
on areas that have as high as 4. We even had a day where we did 5 ounces per 100. The most I ever ran into in the Yukon was an ounce 100. And so it's a pretty exciting area. I think we're barking up the right tree in that area.
is it an eroded placer from Hard Rock?
I think that it was an eroded placer, and I think though that it could be an alluvial fan from the
Mixed in?
Cougar Rock area, down the Cougar Rock.
Mhm.
But
How coarse
then
is
like
your
you
how
could tell
coarse
the
is your
deep
gold?
there was water at 300 feet because you get this weird concentration up high, 300-foot level. So up towards the top of the hill, you'll see it. You can see where it erodes and you'll see a flat spot like a bench. And then on that bench, for 5 feet, it's all rounded gravel and it's pretty good gold. Like it's weird. I don't know.
What's the gold look like?
There is some really coarse. It's running at about 88-90% pure. It's actually pretty pure. Uh, yeah, so it's got some of it's a little redder. Every once in a while we'll find black gold. So it's got that, concentration. It's got that coating on it, kind of a black
Like
coating.
a manganese or?
Yeah, I think it's got a manganese on it. So like sometimes you'll see a nugget and you're like, oh, that's not a nugget. And you almost throw it out and it's like it's black, jet black. So pretty cool. Pretty
Are
cool.
you running some kind of concentrator besides sluices?
Yeah, well, no, just the sluice. But I went away from sluice boxes. I'm not really using those anymore. I don't want to give it away too much in the show, but we're kind of going to another system, and you'll see it in the show. It comes
That
out on
this Friday?
16th.
Today?
It'll be a week from today.
Oh,
Yeah, a week from today we launch. So spread the word out there. You're kind of big in the mining community, so
absolutely.
appreciate it. Yeah. Anything else exciting in your world out there in Nevada?
Well, there's always stuff going on in Nevada. So, Reno Rodeo's coming up and Hot August Nights and just, events and events and events.
My buddy calls me because he owns the biggest apartment building in Tonopah. I should have gone in with him because now you got a boom going on.
There is going to be a tremendous need for housing with the number of mines that are coming online in and nearby Tonopah. It's going to be a boom town again.
I'll pass you his number, but I know a lot of the mining guys. He's remodeling it. It's about 110 units there.
Does he want to sell it?
Yeah, he would for the right price. Probably not a bad idea.
Might be something to talk about.
Hey, just if I connect you two, don't forget my commission, okay?
No, absolutely.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming.
Hey, and I hope to see you this summer. The boat makes it up there. My plan is to be up there sometime end of July, first part of August, and go out on the boat and then go up to Lost River and see you. And
are you going to helicopter into Lost River?
Either we have a runway, so we can do both. We can helicopter or land planes.
Would you mind if I is it you? I don't know about your partners, but I wouldn't mind personally coming and taking a look. Or
absolutely see what I could do.
Right. Well, I can also bring some cameras too, but that's always kind of annoying.
Yeah, we're core drilling right now. Yeah, you as I both know, it was a heck of a winter, and but we're fortunate. We're 68 days ahead of last year because last year was our first year, so we had to import everything. So now we're set up with the man cap and the drills. So it was only waiting for the weather to.
There was I saw a lot of helicoptering last summer by you guys. You probably spent a little money on that. Yeah.
This is going to end up being a huge North American mine. Huge. Like Red Dog huge.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, really.
Huh. Well, however I can help, I'm there, but I definitely want to come in, and I would like to. I'll talk to the TV guys, but I wouldn't mind filming because I've never been that close to an early drill and exploration situation.
Well, to be
all the way up on hills, and you got to you can never get in there.
Yeah, to be fair, this was drilled both Cougar Rock and Lost River by U.S. Steel and Anaconda in the 1970s.
Oh,
yeah, and then it went into bankruptcy for like 32 years. So at one time, it produced stuff for steel for the Korean War from underground.
So
at Lost River,
it's got some tunnels and stuff already.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, but it'll be a surface mine, and of course what they didn't assay for in the 1970s, lithium.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, nobody used lithium other than a little bit of pharmaceutical, the salts, but yep.
Yeah, they didn't really know what was going on in that. All right, man. Well, thank you for sharing a little bit of your time. We appreciate it. And
you bet. Always great seeing you, and say hi to the family and the crew.
Yep. And I'll see you up there this summer.
Okay. Bye
Yep.
all.